Hey guys, and welcome to the Lazy Journalist, where we are serving up trending news with a side of chill vibes. I'm Cam,
I'm Oliver.
and in our space, we are offering you unfiltered conversations, raw opinions, and the occasional snack break.
Yeah, so grab a cup of coffee
Kick back.
and join us for some laid back journalism.
Yeah, welcome, welcome.
All right, welcome in today. So, we like to start the podcast off with a good friendly check in. So, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, ready to start this week. It's Monday. Just celebrated a birthday, just
We
turned
love that.
27, so feeling
27.
good, feeling good. What about you?
Same here, just recently got back from vacation. It is the beginning of
Nice.
tourist season, so I'm very excited for that. We're finally getting rid of maybe those spring showers and starting to see a little bit more sunlight. So yeah, I'm very excited for this week to see what it comes and just to start the week off right. So I'm
Good.
feeling good.
Nice.
So well, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. We're gonna cover your favorite segment on viral. We're gonna talk about the latest viral trends that are out or just any type of pop culture. So, I think I'll go ahead and take the lead on this segment here and
Yeah,
just get started. Okay, cool.
definitely.
So we're gonna go
What
ahead
is viral today?
and cover.
There's been a lot going on, guys.
It really has. Like, there's just so much stuff that I would love to cover, but this Kendrick and Drake beef is getting out of hand. Like, they're bringing family into it, they're bringing kids into it. It's just, I don't think pop culture knows what's happening right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know who I actually blame for all this stuff going on?
Who?
Cat Williams.
Oh, wow.
Remember in
Why?
that interview? Did you see the interview of him on Shannon Sharp's show?
Yeah, I
And he
did. What
was
did he
saying
say?
that everything's going to get exposed this year, and what the fuck's been happening?
Yeah,
Shit's been getting exposed.
that's
So
crazy. Is Cat Williams the mastermind behind this, guys? Only time will tell.
only time will tell. So, but yeah, just getting right into the Drake and Kendrick beef. Journalists, let us know what side you're on. If you're on Kendrick's side, if you're on Drake's side, let us know how you feel about it. We're just gonna weigh in on some of the stuff that's going on. So, I don't know about you, but did you have a chance to listen to Family Matters?
I did listen to a few snippets. I love it though.
You
I
do.
I love both of them. It's so hard.
Mm.
They both said some things.
They did. Both of y'all know y'all wrong. Kendrick, you know you wrong for calling that man a colorist. And Drake, you know you wrong by saying that man beats his wife. Both of y'all are wrong. Like, and then y'all both bringing kids into it. Drake, you're saying that he doesn't want to be seen with his, that ain't right. And then Kendrick,
Right.
you come back talking about his, like, kids are not a place for stuff like this. And I get it. It's hip hop, it's rap. It's never been, oh, you can rap about this, oh, you can rap about that, or you can talk about this, or you can talk about that. It's literally the game. So everything's off limits. So, but it's just kind of getting a little bit out of hand. There's about what 5 songs now that they don't both drop,
Yeah, right.
and these are not baby songs. These are giving. Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. Let me listen to this whole song.
Yeah.
7 minutes of y'all guys going in. So getting into Family Matters, I love the song. I love the way that Drake dropped it. I love the video for it. Even though it's not a super detailed video, I just like the references that he did do inside of the video, such as
Hmm.
mainly the way that he was talking. I love, love, love the way that Drake does his melodies. I always have. And that's why it's a little bit more easier for me to be on the Drake side because I like melody Drake. I agree with what Kendrick said in Euphoria. I think for all of us in the culture, we like Melody Drake more than I pulled up on you with 5 guys and jumped out and we all beat your ass. Like that.
Yeah.
Come on, Drake.
Old Drake is definitely a vibe.
Oh, Drake is definitely the vibe. So yeah. So with that being said, I think the Family Matter video was really nice. I like the song. I love the way that he did the different flows inside of them. That was different. I know that he Euphoria did come out before that, so he did take a picture out of Kendra's playbook. So that is kind of a little bit off here. Drake said on the last song that dropped, which what it I think it was 616, that he fed him fake information to get him to basically say kind of try to be a puppet master with it. And it's
Hmm.
like yes, Drake, we all wanted to hear that you had another daughter because apparently that's what Kendrick said. But to find out that you quote unquote fed him fake information, it's really giving. What are y'all doing? Like, if y'all gonna be talking about shit, then just be like spitting it out. Like, so yeah, I did like the fact that it was on different beats. I did also like the flow of the video. I loved seeing the reference of the Mad City car getting crushed. I thought that was a big play on play. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's one thing to put words to visual, but to see the Mad City car getting crushed definitely played like a I'm taking you out.
Yeah.
You know what I
Definitely.
mean? And the video was cute. I enjoyed the video. So I did like that. I like the three different beats. So just
Same.
switching it up over to Euphoria. I think Euphoria is a way more lyrically more better than Family Matter.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple lines and stuff inside of Family Matters that sounds good, but again, I like Melody Drake, so of course I'm gonna love when I hear him say drop, drop. You know, it
Yeah.
gives me a flow, like just kind of like a page out of one of my favorite artists. The reference is that, you know, we don't make diss records, we make hit records. So I can see Family Matter being something that's like,
Catchy and played again. Yeah.
yeah, I can see it in the club a lot
Kendrick has
more.
always been a lyricist though.
Yeah, he has. Just and that's on that. Like that's why it's just you trying to pick a side is like it's just it's kind of hard in a way because it's like Kendrick, you're not giving me flow. Even with the OV ho, like the little two step side to
Yeah.
side he tried to do with his other project, it's not giving Family Matters where, you know, Drake just quotes his quote that from, you know, hands on your knees, just the way that he was saying it in the first half of the song. But Euphoria definitely killed Drake in a lyrical way. I love the reference when he just was like, what is it, the braids? Because, you know, Drake recently just got
Braids,
braids and
yeah.
stuff like that. The
Yeah.
fact that he keep calling him out having a BBL, it's just like calling Drake a colorist, calling Drake a pedo, and you know stuff like that. It's just wow allegations. Like I do love Euphoria. It's another 7 minute song. And like I said, I love when he was like, I hate the way that you talk, the way that you. I just felt like that was just giving real rap. You know, he's
Yeah.
like, okay, let's play. Like you hearing that a little bit in Family Matters, but like Kendrick is definitely like, I'm on you. Like,
Yeah,
and Drake is
definitely.
kind of like, all right, well, you might be on me, but like I'm gonna let you know that I'm still a big homie. Like back up, give me a little bit of space. You know what I mean? Like if they was in a public setting, I feel like Kendrick would be charging towards him, and Drake would be like, "All right, chill, chill, chill," and then they'll just be doing the light skin shoulder thing and just bumping shoulders because neither one of them are gonna swing. So
Right.
so it's just some wild allegations. Overall, I feel like that these two artists they worked together before. Both of them are very successful. Drake is on a hill right now, and everyone's trying to take him down. And unfortunately, Drake will not be dethroned. He makes way too much money, and he has just way too much body of work to be dethroned. While I think Kendrick Lamar is also on top of the throne, you know, you no one can come in right now and just try to take Drake off because it's going to be nearly impossible. Like this man has an album that's been on the charts for 512 weeks. Like
Wow, I did not know that.
it's insane. So all these allegations that they got about Kendrick supposedly beating his wife, which we don't know. He says that he stole that from Mr. Morale, his album, which I know what song he's referencing to because I actually like that song. It's one of my favorite songs off the track. When him and some woman goes back and forth and just cuss each other out, it kind of like shows you the real, true toxic relationship, even in the video. So that's kind of wow. And then to hear that quote unquote that his BM had a baby by the owner. These are all allegations of the company that he signed to. Is insane. So I think that both you guys need to continue getting in the booth, giving us people something to kind of talk about, and yeah, that's that. So I do like to take inside of here and just read a couple comments that I've seen that stood out the most, and we're just gonna start with these ones. Now, if these are your comments, please get in our get in our comment section, and we're happily wanting to put your name on here, because you deserve all rights for these funny ass comments. So let's see what we got here. So, this person says Kendrick may be the better lyricist, but Drake is just way cooler. Kendrick is like a geek with all the weird sounds he makes. I definitely wouldn't want to be him. I think that that is kind of funny, but yeah, that just goes back to what I was saying. They're two separate people. You're gonna listen to Kendrick to actually understand. You're listening to Drake to kind of have a
Fair.
vibe. So with the back and forth, this person said, "Give us a second." Drake literally just dropped another diss like 5 minutes ago for Kenny's second diss. Cat Williams really wasn't lying about 2025. All secrets will be revealed, and it's going down this year, y'all. I'm saying,
It's definitely going
it's
down.
definitely
Somebody
going
who
down.
agrees with you.
Yeah, like I knew that. I was just like, what the fuck? This is so true though. Like, Cat Williams, you definitely set the bar. And then the last person said, let's see. Kendrick Lamar is a lyricist. He ate Drake apart, so Drake needs to leave it alone. He's a Nickelodeon kid who just happened to be friends. Happened to be the friend to a few black boys and told him about the hood. I don't know. That's what they're saying. They're saying that he's stealing his flow. So whatever. That's all we have for the Kendrick and Drake Lamar beef. If you have anything else that you would like to share with us, please leave your comments inside below, and we'll read them. And maybe you could be featured in this segment. So moving on. Well, before we move on, let me say one thing too. That whole pedo stuff is kind of insane. Whether the person is under 18 or not, or however close they are in age, once someone is considered a minor, it's hands off. Period. Even though the person spoke up and came, forward about it, and at the time it was a 5 year age gap. That person's 31. Drake is 36 now. It's still insane. You got on stage in the video and even acknowledged that. So that's the bid that you just have to lay in.
Yep.
Moving on to something else here. Do you have anything you want to add about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef?
What I will say, I guess, to close out on that is that at least no one got on a 3-day Twitter rant.
That is the tea in the shade. If you know who that's about, comment below.
If you know, you know.
So I do want to switch on and on up to something else. Is that so recently? I don't know if you guys have been seeing that a fashion designer had passed recently. Yes, he was a fashion designer. He was 62 years old. He passed away. He had a friend that came through and did like a runway, like a red carpet
Mm, at the funeral.
at the funeral. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I saw the clips, and if someone who is a close friend agrees that this is what they would have wanted, by all means, live out their wishes.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree on that. I mean, that's just like being and passing away in my space. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
something I did and I lived and I walked. If I was a fashion designer, I would actually probably want my funeral to be incorporated as if it was a runway or something like
Yeah, a
that.
whole fashion show or something.
I
You
know,
know what
right?
I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be so fab. I would love that. It did rack up a bunch of different views, 1 million views online. So
Wow.
yeah, a bunch of views, a lot of different comments here. Unfortunately, you lucky people, we didn't snip your comments, but we know y'all said some stuff in those comments. So yeah, I would just want to touch base on that. Like, everyone has their own wishes, and I totally can understand however you pass away and what the family thinks and stuff like that. But y'all people in the comments and all y'all people just giving her crap for it. Like, you don't know him.
Right.
All you know is the basis of him, and she knew her friend best. And
Mhm.
if that was the best way that she could contribute to him, to close that in his book, which I do have a small little clip of what she said, which will be attached for you guys to read. I definitely agree with what she said. That's the best way for her to be able to move on from the situation. So, and he's happily rested in peace. So, yeah, definitely you people in the comments are winning again, per usual.
The
Um,
internet is undefeated.
that is so undefeated. Last but not least, in this segment, we're gonna just cover you guys' favorite thing that I'm not excited for. Cam might be excited for it more than I am, but so UMG, back in February took the music off of TikTok, so all y'all were not getting y'all tens or whoever else. It was a bunch of different artists that are signed to Universal Music Record Group because they are just a huge ass umbrella company. So shout out to them and TikTok for coming with an agreement now. They came up with a new contract that's going to allow more protection for artists because what was going on and why UMG wanted to talk to TikTok is because TikTok had started allowing people to use artists' voices AI generated to start making almost like I would say like a profit, making mock-up of them. And with today's society, it just it's so easy to make a dollar. So
Yeah.
imagine someone using you as the artist or songwriter. They take a little bit of your voice or someone else like I don't know, Michael Jackson, and then just make a
Mm-hmm.
whole track on it and put it on YouTube and make money for it. So now YouTube has different things and copyrights they would pull it more, but on TikTok they were just allowing that to go on. So this is why that new contract needed to happen. So the new contract has been put out. It should be resolved sometime soon. So yeah, so with them revoking that back in February, you guys are getting your music right back shortly after that, which
Okay.
I knew that it wasn't going to last for long just because TikTok is such a huge platform now that
Mm-hmm.
artists needed that type of boost to help them with just tracking and everything else that comes with being an artist, just
Mm-hmm.
more marketing things. So I'm just glad to see that this new system is just an improvement of just being able to take AI and put it in its fucking place because AI has gotten insane. So just putting it back in its place and then just giving the creators and the songwriters their money that they deserve because
Mm-hmm.
they're signed to this record label and they're not making money from this fucking record label. I'm
Yeah.
telling you that shit right now. Half these people don't sound crazy ass deals and then y'all gonna let them get on TikTok and be making yeah
Pennies. Yeah.
pennies on the dollar. So just imagine if that was you. So shout out to them. Only thing that you guys have to deal with now is hoping that TikTok actually sells to someone in the US so y'all can keep TikTok too. I
Right.
want TikTok to die on the hill that it came on.
No.
Yeah.
It's yeah. I get it. I don't really use TikTok too much either, so I definitely get it. But it's definitely a vital source of I want to say first person information. People. There's so many tips and tricks on TikTok. Like you can find. It's almost like modern day Google amongst Gen Z.
Yes.
I'll say that. Keep TikTok. I'm here for.
So yeah, that's everything that we're gonna cover on viral today. If we miss anything outside of this segment, please let us know. Nah, we'll bring you in. So just moving on over to our next thing here. I don't know if we should just preach a little bit of positivity, especially after that Kendrick and Drake beef that's going on. So we just want to, send you guys out with a little bit of good vibes in between this. So I just want to preach a little bit of just a positive affirmation to you or a positive thing, to just tell yourself today to start off with. So let's see. Cam, would you like to read this one?
Sure, I will. Sometimes life takes you in a direction you never saw yourself going, but it turns out to be the best road you have ever taken. And with that, I will say, embrace the unknown.
It's
You
very
never know
true.
where it's leading you to.
So if you think that something's going on in your life and it's not going on the path that you laid out, maybe life made you another path. And don't be afraid to just continue on that path because that might just been the path that you were supposed to be on. So
Love that. Little personal positivity.
we love that. Moving on.
All
What
right.
would,
Let's touch on some new music, guys. Our
yes, yes, we love us some good tunes.
if
So
you saw, apparently Willow Smith and Dua Lipa dropped the album on the same day.
oh really?
They both dropped on May 3rd.
Oh, a day after your birthday.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything from these two people in 2 years.
I know, right? I can't
Crazy.
believe it's been so long, and to see Willow Smith making her debut in jazz music.
Yeah, that's definitely different. That's definitely different.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love the way that. Let's just get into that. Um, Crossing over into a new music of a space. SZA even touched base on this. These artists nowadays they don't want to be labeled under a genre. They want to be able to really exercise themselves and just be able to kind of utilize all sources of genre. So for Willow Smith, Beyonce, all these different artists that cross over into these new genres that they haven't been in. It's like us walking into a room that we weren't supposed to be in and we finally got in. So I'm super excited for her to be. crossing over into this new genre of music, especially for our day and age, because she is from our generation.
Hmm.
So it's kind of going to give us a different touch on, today's jazz.
Yeah, you
So
don't have to be in your mid 40s or 30s to do jazz. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
yeah,
Just like you don't have to be white to do country music.
exactly. Like, that's what I truly understood what Sister said about that. Like, you don't have to fit the stereotype to be in that group. You can
Yeah.
be categorized by however you want to be categorized. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I do love that. So we're very excited here at the Lazy Journalist to listen to her new album. So we do want to talk that I want to talk about the album cover. I do love the album cover. It matches up with the aesthetic of jazz, which I personally think that works out more when it comes to
I thought she had golds on in the album cover.
if she had goats, she does. She does. I mean, they are goes. I just love the whole Afro look. I think the Afro into the old school, just plain background and the jazz. I said jazz. Oh my gosh, y'all. The goes might be a little bit too much. What do you think? What do you think about the goes?
I definitely think the golds don't give jazz. It's given authentically myself.
I can see that
If
too
I
as
was to
well.
say anything, the cover to me doesn't hint at jazz at all.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get jazz from this just because of her hair. It just really gives freeing, you know?
Mhm.
She's literally just like smiling. She has her golds in, she has her hair in her natural state, you know? It's just like, here I am after 2 years, authentically myself. And I feel like that's the vibe we always get from Willow Smith.
Yeah,
That's
Willow.
the vibe we get from the Smiths
All of them
in
are like that
general.
in general. Yeah, all of them in general are more so like I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. You know what
Free
I mean?
spirits for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
For
So
sure.
I do love that. So and the album is called. Would you like to pronounce this for us, Kia?
Empathogen. Love the title.
Me too.
Different.
And we're just gonna leave you guys with one thing that she said about this album. Um, so
Okay.
nice. Yeah. She says, I really feel like I just hit a specific intersection between what I've always wanted to say and my still catching up with to what I always wanted to say, which is funny. But yeah, it makes
Right. She
sense to
said the
me.
same thing twice.
Yeah, I get it though, because in a way, sometimes your words might not match what you're putting out. And she's saying, now my skills is matching up to what I'm saying. They're on the
Hmm.
same level. You know what I mean? So I do like that. I love that. You guys check out our album here at the Lazy Journalist. We definitely want to support that. So yeah, switching on up to our girl here. I can't believe she did something. She's been working really hard.
Dua Lipa.
Miss Lipa, you have really been working. I mean, Dance the Night Away, like a hit from the Barbie
Hits. Yeah.
soundtrack. A hit. Like a hit in the club and a hit outside the club.
Yeah.
And she's been, working a lot with her album. It's also been 2 years since she released the album too as well. She released a pop album. Um, I
Very on brand.
I think one of my favorite songs from her is "Dance the Night Away," and then what is that other song by her that is super popular? One of her, I forget it was, but it's a good song. Love it by her.
Yeah.
Let's get into what her album cover is called.
That's a good one. Dance the Night Away. My favorite song by her is probably Levitating.
That's what I was thinking. Levitating. Yes,
I
Levitating was one
love
of my
that song.
favorite songs by her. I used to get her and Olivia Rodriguez confused, but
Ah,
clearly Car Rides is completely different from I'm Levitating.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so her album is called, we'll have Kim do the honors here.
What is this radical optimism?
I like
I love
that.
that.
I like that. And let's see what she says.
Oh, I like that. When it comes to manifesting, Dua Lipa is radically optimistic. Love that about the power and with good reason. She says, I know this is going to sound mad, but when I was writing my first album, I was having thoughts about my third album. And this tale, I love that though. I
Me
love
too.
that. because she is pretty much saying that within being in the present moment, she could already see the trajectory of her career.
Mm-hmm.
And she wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong. She has found her niche. She makes the same kind of music, and there is a lot of people who complain about her making the same kind of sound. But
Yeah.
sometimes what people don't understand about artists is if you find your comfy space, sometimes it's okay to stay there
Yeah, it really is. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I personally like you can't be upset about at an artist for them being themselves.
themselves.
Like you're gonna be mad because I sound the same on every single record I hop on. Well, who am I supposed to sound like?
Right. And it's like, yeah, I get it. Switch up a little bit of the frequency of the notes or whatever, your bridges, your choruses, all that good stuff. However, if I'm a country artist, I'm gonna be a country artist. If I'm a pop artist, I'm gonna be a pop artist.
Yeah,
Don't be mad because I'm not busting out bars and I'm a pop singer. Give my girl Dua Lipa her flowers because she was on the Barbie soundtrack, and even before that, she was a fire hit star.
she was. She was, and I definitely recommend you guys to check her album out. I know that I'm definitely going to be on there listening to a few, just
Me
as
too.
well as Willow as well. So,
Yep.
and the last person that we have in our is going to be Dominic Fike. I love him. I listened to his album last year, which was a really good one. It's just so many good songs from him that I can name. I love Vampire by him. He released the album. It's been about a year since he released his album. He released the alternative album. It's really short. It's only 14 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. So I do
Is
like.
that also the title?
Yeah,
Nice. I love things like that.
I do too. This just goes back to just like Willow, Lupa, all of them just being themselves and staying on brand with themselves. So it's like this is what we want to see here. We want to see you staying on brand. I don't want to just one day wake up, go listen to your music, and you're completely different. You know what I mean? Maybe this is what Drake was talking about with Kendrick. Yeah. Anyways, the album's called 14 Minutes. I like his album cover. It's very short and sweet, just like him. His last album did was a little bit more. I want to say like represented as in an actual studio album, but this one seems like it's something for the fans.
Yeah.
And it's staying on brand 14 minutes, and these are short songs. I love short songs. I love alternative music. So I'm very excited to check it out. It's a little bit of alternative mixed with pop. It looks like it has some, as he claims, bite-sized tracks. So check him out. We here at the Lazy Journalist definitely will give him a sound to as well. And that's everything that we have. I mean, I don't really need to talk about his album cover because it's literally just a pole.
And that's what I was gonna say. For you say he's alternative. A lot of us, he might not be as mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
So just let's shed a little light on him. You know what I mean? Is that his typical style? Is he known for short songs? Is it alternative rock? Is it alternative pop?
It's kind of like more so like alternative pop and just native alternative.
Okay.
Of course, you alternative girlies that are just like myself too as well, and you'll get that. We in the genre of alternative, we're gonna get a little bit of rap, we're gonna get a little bit of pop, we're gonna get a little bit of rock, but overall, the diversity that it represents of having alternative music is that you can be whatever you want.
Love
That's what
that.
alternative is. It's mainly
Love
just
that.
that. So he does give that. Like he gives like Court Your House, which is one of my songs by him. Dancing in the courtroom. It's just like a very slow melody. It kind of reminds you of like a poppy Ariana Grande song. Like honestly,
I'm
but
gonna
and
have to
I
check him
love
out.
Vampire by him. So, but yeah, showcasing some new light on artists that might not be mainstream. I know even for Willow, Willow is known by the Smiths and whatever, but she's really not known for music. We know
Yeah.
her from Whip My Hair Back and Forth, of course, and some more newer songs that she had on her debut album. But all these artists that we mentioned here are artists, in our opinion, that we feel that are good. So check them out, and that's all we have for you this week on
New music.
new music. So I think
Moving on, guys.
we've been talking a lot, and I think now's the time to give people what they've been waiting for. We know that y'all been waiting for Class Clown.
Yeah. It's been a lot of stuff going on in the multiverse that is social media.
I know.
So many beefs, so many arguments. But I feel like this class clown of the week deserves it.
They
And
do.
I love my girl Suki,
I do
for
too.
just being herself. But you're picking the beef with the wrong person. I mean, was it a direct shot? We will never truly know. The shoe was kind of fitting. The shoe was fitting, JT. It was. But Suki, you just have so much going on. It's so many reasons to give you a class clown.
Yeah, like here at the Lazy Journalist, we would like to give our class clown award today in the office to Sukihana. We're gonna give it to you, girl,
Sorry, Mookie.
and we're gonna tell you why. We don't just hand it out and not tell you why. This is why you are a clown. Um, so you called JT out, assuming these lyrics "she ate crab legs and now she's missing a whole teeth" was about her. When why would it be about her? You started your video out by saying like, JT, can you clear the air? I was just hanging out with you at such a party at your birthday. We were so cool. That's what makes it a clown because it's like you get on the internet and talk about how cool you are with someone, and then you flip it to a negative narrative. Like
Right.
that's clown behavior. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think those lyrics were about you. I don't think you think those lyrics were about you. Especially with what was going on in your life at the time. Like you just recently got released from jail, and what you get released from jail for was insane. Um,
Mm.
yeah. So, and as she says, "Oh, I don't do that. I sell coochie instead." I'm just like, okay, well, like
Class clown, folks.
I just can't. So I just, of course, we'll put a couple of screenshots of what JT said up for you guys to read. But I definitely feel like that JT was completely right on doing it the way that she did it. You decided to do all of this in the middle of her tracking week. Like we love OK. OK is a great record. OK did 517K on streams when it first came out. It has now debuted at 74 on Billboard for all you girlies so
Nice.
worried about JT. But the way that JT decided to respond this was a true Sagittarius way. They did it on their time and they dragged it. Just like you mentioned earlier about someone going on a Twitter rant, this individual, JT, also went on a Twitter rant and is still on a Twitter rant of a bunch of
Wow.
different, I know, I'm Sagittarius, a bunch of different comments that she said about her. But I think the most hilarious one was that she said that you coming at me sideways when I have a active Zeus subscription is insane. Because if y'all didn't know what she meant by that, that meant that she subscribed to the season that you was on and saw you getting your ass beat. And you coming at her like you gonna beat her ass. Like leave it up to a Sagittarius to just read the shit out of you.
That's
Like
definitely a
leave it to you. And then for you to come back and start stating lies that aren't true, such as like she does like drugs. Like, come on now. Like y'all can't just be taking narratives and just throwing them on people. So Sukiana, you deserve class clown at the office today for just your behavior that you act in the situation. Like, do better. You know what I mean? Like, we want to see you succeed, but like
Yes.
that clownery just cannot be conducted. You know. So yeah, that is what it is.
Class
So
clown to her. Sorry, Suki. We love you though.
we do, we really do, but it is what it is. Well,
All right, guys. This is one class clown this week. So
yeah,
sorry.
not that many of y'all was out here clowning. So
But let's be happy about that.
I know, right? We don't want to just find someone to give a class clown to, but if it's in our face, like what else? What else do you want us to do? Like, so
Mess. Well, that's it for that segment, guys. We're gonna move on to a little bit more. What's next? We have Worldly Insights, where we bring you a few things around the world that's going on. Let's see. What else is new with the news? Trump, of course. Crazy.
that man.
He is in the running for president and also on trial. That is a first if I've ever seen one.
I think so. I don't like it at all. I don't want to have a president that is also a felon.
Yeah.
Like, how is it that this is how you know America? It's just sometimes bullshit. And this is a good example. This man is up against a felony, and when people get released out of prison, y'all won't hire them because of their background, but y'all let a man that has committed multiple different frauds and just other malicious acts that has been going on since he has been in the White House, y'all still want him to run for president.
Still.
I get it. Y'all don't like Joe Biden. That's fine. Find somebody. Get
Find
somebody else to
somebody
do it.
else.
Get somebody else to do it.
And it's like what people don't really realize is like we have more options than the Democratic and Republican Party.
We do.
Like let's highlight and showcase those people.
Yeah. Like literally.
Like, oh my God. And we'll add that to our next segment, guys, just so you guys are more informed.
Yeah.
Like Trump has his former assistant testifying against him. His former VP is probably going to testify against him. So many people. He violated his gag order. Like he gives no fucks when it comes to this trial. And he's still on the hunt for a VP for his campaign over it. Let's move on from Trump because I'll get a headache. Students are still protesting, guys. They're still protesting.
Did you see that on UCLA and stuff like that?
Yeah,
it's insane.
It's a lot going around Michigan, UCLA, Columbia. It's like if this is happening all over, there's clearly a problem. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna get too political here, guys, but Israel is kind of going overboard. I'll say that. They are working on a ceasefire, though, which is good news.
That is good.
They're working on a ceasefire. But it's almost just like a little too late, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we have been going through a lot of different stuff with the whole Ukraine and all of that other stuff. Like, again, we're not going to get super political, but like, you guys have to understand when Black Lives Matter was going on and we were going through different riots and stuff like that, somehow, some way, there's always violence that comes from it. And only time when it's not violence that comes from it is when it benefits the government, you know. But yeah, like you guys can't just be going to people. You can't be protesting during the middle of someone's graduation. Like there's just certain things you just don't do. Like fully support whatever you're protesting for, but it's just a time and place for everything. If I'm trying to go to work and the climate is mixed up, and y'all decide y'all want to block the whole bridge off, and don't think that I'm going to try to come through and hit you, I'm coming through and hitting you. Because like, why would y'all do that right there? Go on the sidewalk and protest. Like, I'm cool with that. I might even get out and protest with you. If you have a sign that says beat for protest, I'll beat. But don't go to people's graduations and be doing that. So
I'm here for it though. I'm here for it.
You here for the protesting at graduation?
Yes, because there are bigger problems. And it's like the whole comparison to BLM is kind of for different reasons, only because the issues are different. And that's more of a comparison on like the treatment of the protesters versus the cause. Because the causes are two different things. Yeah, I'm definitely here for both of the causes for sure. And just like with BLM, you know, protesting whatever and burning down whatever. Yes, I'm here for that. Just like I'm here for protesting at these graduations because there are bigger issues at hand. And that's just my fault. I wasn't getting political. That's why I didn't say my stance on it. You started it.
I get it.
You know, but yeah, you know, and it's been over 2,000 arrests, guys. And this protests have only been going on for 2 weeks. So that says a lot. You know, it's really a pressing issue that we need to consider. Moving on in worldly insights, Houston and Texas in general has been dealing with a lot.
What?
Yeah, floods, shootings. You actually just updated me on that shooting. If you want to speak on that a little bit, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, there was an officer that got pulled by a civilian out of this shootout that was happening on the fucking interstate, y'all. On the freeway.
I can imagine driving down the interstate and I'm going south and it's happening on north. I'm just like, oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. Texas, the wild, wild west, guys.
Literally.
There's also been major flooding in Texas.
What? Texas is flooding?
Yeah, I know. It's been getting battered by like climate change, really, between the
Mm,
snowstorms that just happened a few years ago, the extreme
mm,
heat, and now it's like extreme rain. So it's almost
mm.
like each type of element is being heightened down there.
Wow.
And that makes sense though. They are right there by the Gulf.
They are. You're right.
All that energy from the water and stuff like that just is fuel for storms. So makes sense. It sucks really. It sucks really because it's been so much happening. It was 500 people saved though, so that is good news.
Woo! Can we clap for them?
Yes, let's clap for those 500 people saved. Yes. Yeah, and a few people have passed as well, but only
Mm-hmm.
three. And one
Mm-hmm.
of those being a 4-year-old baby
Mm-hmm.
boy, which was a little sad. However, there is relief on the way. The water is receding.
Oh, that's good.
There is more rain to come, but the fact that the water is receding so quickly is good signs that the city's drainage system is, efficient.
Yeah, and the city's working to resolve those issues, and we love that.
Yeah. And I just want to touch on how this is like a direct like visual of climate change.
Yes.
Like a lot of people try to say that climate change really isn't real or that it's government controlled and stuff like that. I'm like, no, it's really not. The earth is warming up and we're seeing direct effects of it.
Yeah, the world has been around for so long. You actually just need to stop these conspiracy stories that aren't true. Come up with some shit that sound right. Like,
Yeah.
then maybe we'll believe it. But like, come on now, climate
The
is
proof is in the
real.
pudding.
Yeah, like climate is real. Like, it's everything around us. So, and I do want to say that we do send our condolences out to the families that were affected by the flood. Um, that's just so unfortunate to hear. So
Yeah,
big
definitely.
ups to you guys. I hope everything just resolved and you guys can grieve in peace. And for people that were also affected by it that did not pass away, we send our condolences to you as well.
Yeah, definitely. Moving on under worldly insights, gonna wrap this up super quickly. I just want to touch on a few international topics because we don't really get those type of what's going around outside of the bubble that is the U.S.
Oh
We
yeah,
really
that's
don't.
true.
So just a fast five or a fast four of some international topics. China's Prime Minister Xi Jinping is on a European tour. I want to say his first stop was Paris, and he's supposed to hit Germany and Hungary, I believe. I might be mistaken on one of those countries, but he's hitting three countries in Europe. And this is in order to promote diplomatic relationships amongst the other presidents and prime ministers in those countries. Apparently, he's been getting some backlash from the world, the UN, and other world societies because of his, behaviors and his collaborations with Russia.
TTT.
Definitely some tea. Oh, what is next? Flooding in Indonesia as well.
See, y'all keep thinking that it's not real, but like it's gotten from the U.S. all the way over there internationally.
Climate change affects the world. Yes.
Not just us here in the U.S. or I should say the North America. So
Yep. What is next? Madonna does a free beach concert in Rio. I
what?
gotta love that. It was so huge. It was so many people on that beach.
Can we get a clap for Madonna?
Yeah, let's clap for her. Yeah, clap for my girl.
Wow, I love that. Madonna has really been putting on for years. Like Madonna is Madonna, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, definitely.
to hear that Madonna risked her own pockets to give a free show internationally in countries like or places like Rio is amazing. Um, Madonna has been doing her thing since she's been on tour. I know she has her own tour that she's been doing. I love how she just embraces the LGBT community and how she incorporated ballroom inside of her set. She was actually one of the first to do it. For some of you girls out there that know, you know. So it's just great to hear that she's actually, giving out free concerts and stuff like that internationally. So
Yeah, I agree. And lastly, on our fast four or fast five on the international topics, cicadas are making another break. I'm like, didn't we just have these? Like, I know that they have different hordes or different species and different breeds, but I'm just like, we're seeing them frequently,
Yeah,
and which may be another effect of climate change.
that could be. That could be. Literally, just really piggyback off of how climate control has been acting crazy. Over in the UK right now, another protest that's going on. Two protesters came in and threw some tasty ass soup on the Mona Lisa.
I remember
And the
seeing this.
reasoning of them doing that was because they want the government to regulate better health, and not just better health to where they can get access to it, but to the point to where they can get access to healthier foods too as well. They want the farmers to start being able to have access to be able to grow and produce stuff, and to import stuff more at a better cost. Like, these people in the world are really serious when it comes to climate. You know what I mean? And to see a protester go and throw something on the Mona Lisa, like, come on now,
Yeah,
that's
that is, yeah.
serious. That's so serious.
Yeah, wake up, guys.
Yeah, honestly, truthfully, like, I don't know. I mean, and this is just another thing that's going on in the world today. I said it's just a bunch of people just kind of sick of this, just sick of that shit. Like, they're sick of just us being under these people, and we're just doing so much to kind of work together as a whole, as a country, and shit is still not getting done. It's just not. And people are standing up, from the Israel to just multiple different stuff for climate. Everyone's standing up. They're sick of everyone's shit. No
Yeah.
matter what skin tone you are, no matter what ethnicity, no matter what's your sexual orientation, no matter what you identify as, like, people as a whole are tired
Yeah.
of everyone's bullshit. And this is just a great example of that. Like, this is international, and people are protesting for
Yeah.
climate.
It's happening everywhere. Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, before we switch into our favorite segment here, which I know it's mine, I do want to just yet again just preach to you guys a little bit of positivity for the week. It is Monday, and we're starting it off. And for you lucky people, we do have something for you guys.
Spread the love.
Spread
Yes.
the love. Let's see. Oh, I can read this one. Let's see here. Where are you? This was a good one. This is a good quote to live by. If the people in your circle aren't contributing to your growth, then you are not in a circle. You're in a cage. That is a really good insight for you guys to think about. Like, honestly, because you are who are around you. You know, us here, we feed off each other's energy all the time. We've had a friendship for over 10 years. So this quote here definitely resonates with me a lot, and it sticks with me because I know that I'm not in a cage, because people around me are always contributing to my growth. They're always wanting me to do something else. They're challenging me to do new things. They're not saying, oh, 2 years from now, they're happy for me doing the same thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you need people around you that believe in you. So I love that quote. How do you feel about it?
I love it too. I mean, I agree with you as well. To a certain extent, I mean, you can't feel pressured by the people you're around. You're not exactly the people you're around
Mm-hmm.
if you don't choose to be. You know what I mean? You, but it does have an effect on you.
It does.
I love that because someone once lumped me in a group, and I say that because someone once lumped me in a group of friends because of who I hung around, and I was not like that person at all. But I can understand how I can be perceived as that. So that's very important too. Sometimes you don't want to be perceived as that person. So having people around you that are always looking for the better thing and always constantly looking for growth is essential to your growth.
Plays a key in your story. So do what you want with that. How it applies to you is how it applies to you. But us here, we want to leave you with some positivity. So
And moving on to Oh My Zodiac, guys. And
woo!
I'm just gonna start that segment with happy birthday to
Happy
our
birthday. Yes. So if it is your birthday, reach out to us, leave a comment below. We definitely would love to give you some Lady Journalist merch, just to support you in your birthday. You know.
Yeah, definitely. And on my zodiac this week, we're just gonna do some quick week ahead predictions and readings for the signs. Let's see what you guys are feeling like this week. Fire signs, I'm getting some healing from the past energy, manifesting your desires. Anybody been on the fence about some decisions? Go ahead and move forward. Manifest what you want out of that situation. Getting the motivation to finish any unfinished projects. I think that goes back to touching on manifesting your desires. Have you been wanting to finish that project? Have you been wanting to get out of that situation? Do it. Move forward. Earth signs. That's me. Working on healing healthy and building healthy connections. A little bit of self reflection for the week ahead. And be careful of overanalyzing. I know that is one of my things that I deal with often is overthinking. So this week, try to relax and be careful of doing that. Self reflect and don't forget to indulge on some healthy connections. It is the season. All right, moving on to air signs. Right next to me. Detaching from toxic connections. Has anybody been dealing with that lately? Maybe this is the time to finally put your foot down on that situationship or that romantic connection. What's next? Being prepared. Maybe you guys are used to a little bit of procrastination. Maybe
Oh
this
my
week ahead,
gosh.
yeah.
Yeah, you know us here at the fellow what is it, air signs? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. We definitely put on our calendar, let's do this, and then hit in at the last moment. And I think it's a huge difference from I'm gonna speak for just the air signs that are Aquarius. January versus February. I feel like January Aquarius, y'all be having y'all shit a lot more together than February Aquarius sometimes. We tend to procrastinate a little bit more, but that is very true. That's true, T. I've already started that this week.
Nice, nice. Yeah, being prepared this week. And lastly, don't compare yourself to others, air signs, this
Ooh,
week.
that's
I
another
know
good
that's a
one.
big thing for me as well, though, too. But this week, try to buckle down on a security of sense of self, you know,
Mm,
here for that.
here for that.
And lastly, gonna run through water signs. For this week, guys, I see you being in a good mood. Anybody received some good news lately, maybe expecting some good news? Says that you guys are going to be in a goofy, playful mood. Probably because it says they see free money in your forecast. So, maybe a bonus or finding a $20 bill on the ground.
Mm.
Water signs.
Let me
See that
find
for
me a
you?
water sign man so I can get me some free money.
Right. They are very caring and genuine people. So there you go.
Love that.
Lastly, it says this week for water signs to stimulate your creative side. So if
Mm.
you guys have a project you've been working on or anything, some DIY that you might want to get done around the house, now's the good time to do it. Nice. And that is all we have for Oh My Zodiac
I
this
love that.
week. That is the week ahead predictions.
Yeah, so we just got y'all together. Honestly, take what we got. We gave you a full run on for your week. Watch out for a lot of the stuff that Cam mentioned, and just get ready to embrace that and like really take it in because this is something that could help you in one of two ways. You could watch out for it, or when the time comes, instead of you being unsettled about it, you would know that this is what's just laid out for you this week. So I know
Yes,
me as an
yes.
Aquarius, I definitely have been dealing with some of those things there. But moving forward, I'm taking that and I want to use it to make sure that we have a good week. So,
Yeah, likewise.
well, that has been everything. We covered all our fun stuff for you, journalists. As we said before, if it is your birthday, please make sure that you leave some comments below, so that way we are able to get you your birthday merch. It'll be a couple different things from us here. If you haven't had a chance yet to come on and just subscribe, like subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our Patreon and follow us on all other social media platforms that you can. And I'm kind of thinking it's around time to wear onesies and twosies.
Yeah,
So I think it's time for us to grab a cup of coffee.
and kick back. You know.
Yeah, and just time to enjoy some laid back journalism. As
Un-
we would. See you next time.
yep. Until next time, journalists. And welcome to the Lazy Journalist, your spot for trending news served with a side of chill vibes.
You ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right, guys. Hey there. Hey there.
Hey there, hey there. All right, let's hit on with the intro. Go ahead, read it off.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, we can edit this out.